The following review is going to be on Transformers Age of the Primes Wreck and Doom Collection, Spinister vs. Topspin. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today I'm going to do a review on the brand new Transformers Age of the Primes Wreck and Doom Collection, Spinister vs. Topspin. Now, these are two different recolors of figures that were released already. I believe in the Titans Return and the Siege line. Now, Spinister was originally G1 Target Master. And and with the new packaging, it is, actually it's Autobot, but it's robot to helicopter in 25 steps. And this is robot to airplane in 18 steps. Then you got the Age of the Primes Wreck and Doom Collection, Spinister vs. Topspin. So, there you got Spinister. On the other side, you have Topspin. On the top, it's got a cool artwork, Spinister vs. Topspin. And there's the UPC. Excuse me. And on the back, you've got Spinister. And he comes with his two Target Masters, Singe and Hair Splitter, which the original one didn't come with on the Siege. And Topspin, originally a jump starter, but this was part of the Titans Return line. So he's like a Headmaster gimmick, and this is Freeze Out. And let's open this guy up. Let's see, I opened one side already. All right, so let's back out a little. All right, first take a look at the instruction booklet. First, we'll take a look at Spinister. So you got Hair Splitter and Singe. And they could be two separate guns. And then you have his transformation. And he also comes with two other guns that you could put on the bottom of the helicopter. Are they two? And we'll take a look at it. And then you have Topspin with Freeze Out. And he comes with two guns also. And there's Freeze Out, puts him in a little cockpit. And the two guns form together. And where you could fit Freeze Out in them. Now, I did this a couple of times in the original Titans Returns figures, but I don't believe he had one. Now, it's funny because Topspin, my son somehow lost my original Topspin, and we had just flooded back in September, and I think, okay, we're going to find it when we clean out the whole house. We cleaned out the whole house, and what do you know? Can't find Topspin at all. And Spinister, I went to do a review for another helicopter. I think when I went to do my Sandstorm review, I broke one of the feet. So we needed a new one anyway of each of them. So, all right. Now, see, I haven't even looked at these figures yet. So we're just going to, first we'll do Topspin. Let's see. And I had Topspin the jump starter when I was a kid. That's why he's special to me. And I still have the original, but like I said, all my Transformers, most of them are boxed up and in a garage somewhere until I move back home. All right, so there's Topspin, and we have an Autobot bag. Here's the back of it. So let's see what the bag has. We'll put Spinister to the side. All right. So we open up the bag, and we have... All right, now, these are the two guns for Spinister. We'll put them to the side. And these are the two guns for Topspin. Let's see. They got a purple handle. And they're like gunmetal gray. And you can see one side's hollow. And they look the same. They're just backwards. So what you want to do is you would put these together. You have a I would assume somehow you got this tab and you got this tab. But, okay, so you line these two on top of each other. Oh, and then these two. So you want to slide this up, I would take it, and this slides down. So, let's get the instruction booklet out. Not as easy as I thought. All right, you take the two guns and you put them together. All right, well, so the handles stick out. So this is where the guns go together. You got all the pieces right there. Top, bottom. And snap these together. And then you take freeze out, which is right here. And to transform him, very simply you fold down the feet. And then I like to move the arms out a little and adjust the head. And there is freeze out. And it looks like, now they all have this little tab at the end of the foot. So you'd snap them in places. And see, this has him on his knees, which doesn't really look good. But you can let him sit down on his butt like he's supposed to. See how they even did that wrong. They have him up like this. But you can put him back on his butt like that. And then, oh yeah, and then they form a 5mm port. So, well, you can take them without a head. And let's see. See, the video hasn't stopped since I started this. So, all right. There. And there he is wielding himself. But that's the little gimmick for this guy right here. We'll just put him back on here as a Titan Master. Stick him back on here. Sometimes they work forward, sometimes they work. And then let's get this back off. We're already 7 minutes into it, and we haven't even touched the figures yet. All right, so separate these, and we're going to put these in his hand. So there is Topspin, freeze out with his two guns. All right, now they are 5mm ports. So during the old, starting with like Combiner Wars and stuff, you had all these little 5mm pegs or ports. So you could put this here. And wow, that's about all you could put it. And there's a flight stand, which is pretty good. Oh, so that's it. Okay. Now let's take a look at Topspin since we have them out. Let's see. We'll take a look at freeze out real quick. The cool blue eyes, the silver face. Now his normal paint scheme was blue, white, and chrome. So this is the little freeze out. I don't know where they got freeze out from, but and if you look here, it is not quite an Autobot symbol. It's a Wrecker symbol, a little different up top. And he's like purple, red. You got some silver or gunmetal gray there. You got the wing. You got silver / gunmetal gray. To me, it all looks the same. You got the yellow ports with the blue on the bottom. Probably could have used more paint on the legs, but not much hollow spaces at all, these figures. These were nice figures back then. Everybody's got a real Autobot symbol on the wing. And like I said, originally he was a jump starter where you pull him back and you watch him spring and he pops open. So, and that is it for Topspin. All right, now let's take a look at Spinister. We'll put him over to the side for a minute. All right, next we're going to do Spinister. Now, he's very similar to his original Siege color scheme. And not quite the same, but I forgot what he looked like, but I know he was He wasn't that different. I'll just go look up figures and I'll post a picture right here of what they look like. All right, so that is it for that. So we're gonna put this away. Move all these little stringy things out of the way. And first we'll look at the two Target Masters. All right, now they are different. So first we're going to look at the Hair Splitter with the shoulders going up. So here is Hair Splitter. And very nice. Oh, he's got himself a gun, which is rare. Normally these things don't have extra guns. So you got purple, you got the blue face, the blue arms, the gray waist, and the gray feet. And you can see there's the back of a gun. So basically, all you do is you extend this, and there's one gun for him. Normally you twist the legs, but this guy is a real basic. So that's Hair Splitter. And then Singe. Now he's different because Hair Splitter's got the 5mm port on his chest. This guy's got one on his feet. So there's your two Target Masters. Now this guy's nicely done too. He's black, he's gray, and he's got that teal. So with him, what is this guy? This guy even form a gun? Oh, okay, the two guns, you just flip up around the back. So here's the joint. Mine is very hard. I don't know why. I don't want to break it. It just says you turn it up. Oh shoot, this ain't good. Ah, there it goes. Whew, that joint. Let me loosen the joint up a little. Not too much, but. And there is that weapon. Now normally you could combine them. So, yes, you got two 5mm ports here. So you could put them in either one. Like that. Now he's a super gun. Now you can't do it. Now you can do it the other way too, but I don't like that. That's what that looks. So we're going to put this on top, and that is the super gun. All right. So that is Singe, the black dude, and the purple dude, Hair Splitter. Comes with these two guns. They look exactly alike. Oh no, they're molded differently. All right, so everything. The barrels are different, and here you have one little gap right there. These you got two. You got the 5mm ports. You got all the detail in here. It's different from here. So, and these again. You can put them together either way and form a big gun because you got one 5mm peg and one 5mm hole. So we'll put those to the side and we'll look at Spinister. Now, let's see. He's pretty cool. I like I know the face is definitely different. He's got that blue mug, the blue mouth. He's got the orange eyes, the black head. He's got the blue blue arms, and then he's got this. Now the cockpit's like a blue. You could see the see-through blue when the light hits it, but then these are purple. I mean, they kind of go together, but they don't. You can see they're different. You got the black hands. This yellow sticks out like a sore thumb, and then again, he is not hollow at all. The legs are hollow, but these again, he's got a fake cockpit. So he's a fake cockpit dude, which I don't know why. I remember they did that with Snarl and gave him a fake head for some reason on the movie version. But that is it for Spinister. So actually, let's go back and bring Topspin in. Well, you know what? Let's do Articulation first. Now, the head moves 360 degrees up and down. This arm moves 360 degrees, moves out like that. You've got, wow, more than 90-degree bend due to transformation. You got upper thigh rotation. And you have wrist rotation. Wow, on a deluxe too. These are deluxe size figures. Let's see, you got waist rotation, 360 degrees. You can move, you just got to move the wings out of the way. The arm, again, same as the other arm. Oh, these are, wow, nothing like a good stiff toy, man. Feet. Wow, he can kick forward and he can kick back. Usually it's one or the other. Do a full split. Now you got the thigh rotation up here, mushroom peg. And then this is a little more than 90 degrees, and you got ankle tiltage and that, so forth. Again, other leg goes up like that, goes back like that, upper thigh rotation, and so on and so forth. So, and this, let's see what you do with this. I guess if you want, you could put this on either side of that. So, I mean, not really sure how this guy is. What's it say on the back of the... Yeah, on the back of the box, you just got his... he's got his rotors. Are they locked in? Let's see. Let's play around with the rotors. Nope, you can't lock them in or anything. So I guess they just go like that. And let's arm him up. We'll put one target master on this arm. We'll put the other target master in this hand. And we can even combine these. Yep. All right. So we can combine the guns all together. Or this guy's got cool shoulders. So I like to put the guns here on the shoulders. And this guy is all armed up. Now, going back to Topspin again for articulation. The head obviously does 360 degrees because it comes off. The arm does 360 degrees. Goes up like that. The arm, again, more than 90 because it's due to transformation. Upper arm and... Whoops, and what I just do with the... I don't think the wrists are supposed to rotate. Nope, I just popped the wrist off. Wrists don't rotate. Oh, yeah. Don't pop the wrist out because they're friction hinge, and once those come out, you never get them back in again. All right, let's do other arm, 360 degrees. You go up, rotate at the upper arm, rotate there, waist, 180 or 360 degrees. Foot goes up pretty good, goes back pretty good, does a full split. He's got his upper thigh rotation right there. Let's see. He's got double, looks like he's got a double jointed knee. So he's got more than a 90 there. It's been like, what, 8 years since I reviewed this guy. And like I said, my son lost it right after I got him. So I haven't played with him since I did the review. So, and then ankles. Huh, no ankle. Well, nope. Very little, oh, wait, let's do this. Yeah, I'm surprised he's got no ankle tiltage at all. So you can't do the superhero pose with this guy, which is a shame. It really is. Most figures nowadays have ankle tiltage. All right, let's put his gun in his hand again and then do what little comparisons I've got. All right, so there's these guys. All right, now let's do some comparisons. I don't have that many comparisons. I did get a few of them. So these are going to be all newest. Here is the Deluxe Legacy Optimus Prime. So this is a deluxe, and these guys are deluxe. So as you see, they were a lot taller back then. This is a Voyager blaster. Now you can see how blaster is a little taller, so that's good. And you got Commander class Optimus Prime. And I'm so glad they released the new Megatron pictures of the Studio Series coming out soon. And then we're just gonna bring in good old the new Superman from the new Superman movie. And we're just gonna bring out a ruler real quick. All right, so this guy's, oops. He's he's a little shorter than 6 inches. And this guy his head's a little shorter than 6 inches and almost 7 with the propeller. There, so, and 6 inches for Superman. So, all right, that is it for these guys. Now we're gonna transform them one at a time. All right, so here we go. We'll do Topspin first. And I don't know how, but I forgot 2 comparisons. We're gonna bring in our Power of the Prime, or Age of the Primes Air Raid and Slingshot, our new aerial bots. Now, this is a new deluxe. This is an old deluxe size. So you can definitely see how they've gotten, they were taller, they've shrunk. All right, now we're gonna transform these guys. All right, so let's transform Topspin first. Okay, so first we're gonna do is the feet. So you come down here, you want to fold this out, and then as you fold that out, you push this in, and then you move this along this line and this joint like that. And then we're gonna do the other one. So we're gonna fold this out, fold the feet in. You can see that joint right there. So that's gonna go all the way up past the waist. Now we're gonna have a tab and a slot and a tab and a slot. And what you wanna do is you pop those in, okay? Oh, let's take off freeze out, put them to the side. Now what you wanna do is we are going to take this and we're gonna break it in half. Not break it, but you know what to do. And then we're gonna rotate this like that, okay? And then, whoops, there we go. So that's what you got right now, all right? Now let's rotate this like that. Did I do that right? Yeah, then because he rotates this way and you rotate this. So let's take this and we're going to snap this in. So you're gonna have, you have 2 slots on the side and you got these 2. So like that, all right? Let's just redo that again so you understand. All right, here's how you transform it, all right? The knees, you just pull the whole feet up into the body. And then you do it like this, and then you rotate this, okay? And then you pop this in here, okay? And then you want to rotate this around. So that's the back of the jet, okay? Now we're going to do the front. So we're going to lift this little, lift that little flap up, fold the hand in, and then again, this is going to compact like that and close it, okay? Again, on the other side, open up this little pocket, hide the hand, shift this down, oops, there, shift this down and close it. And then you want to take these, you want to flip this up while you move this down, okay? Then you can close the cockpit and the arms will on a little hinge and you got a little tab and a slot. So you just want to move these in like that, okay? And then down here is the landing gear. So pull that down. Just make sure everything's nice and tight. And I believe that is Topspin. And yes, it is. And then, let's see, I guess you can put these under the wings. All right, hold on. So the instructions got you flipping this guy over, taking the guns, all right, and I don't see, oh, it must be this little piece in the back. Let's see, and the piece in the back, we'll fold that in there, and then we'll fold this one in here, like that. And then it's got the guns. And we'll check the box. Oops. And that is right. You see the hollowness of the gun sticking up. And this is your vehicle mode. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's been a while since I've done them. And it's a solid mode. I mean, it's a solid vehicle mode. Doesn't move. You can tell it's like two different ones. They could have seamlessly blended this into the front, but not too bad. All right, and then we're gonna open the cockpit up. And then it's got you, I mean, you know, keeping the knees down and folding the knees up. You can do that whenever you want. Let's open up the cockpit. We'll get Freeze out now. Move him around, get his little head face in the right direction. And then you got that little, you see the back of the feet, it's got a little tab. And you just snap this guy in here. Close the thing. I'll move his arms up. Arms up, little dude. All right, we'll stick him in here. Come on. There we go. Close that up. And now you can barely see him in there. All right. Now let's do Spinister. All right, now Spinister is a little harder. He's got more steps involved. So first we're gonna remove all of the weapons and put all of them to the side. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the arms. Now, you got a little tab right here on the top of the arm and a slot in the bottom of the arm. So you're just gonna pull this up until it clicks in. Same with the other arm. You're going to pull that up. You're going to line them up. And you're going to snap them together. Now, this is a little tricky. You're going to take the backpack. And you're just going to move the backpack out. So this whole piece is going to be the head. So you want to move this out. See how that spins? There you go. And you want to snap the head in. And then come back here. And snap that on. So that's what you got right here. Okay? So now, here's where the fun part begins. Now you want to get this to the front, the wheel right there, to the front of the car or the helicopter. So let's see. I believe you take his weight, you're going to twist them that way. Let's do that up like that. All right, we're going to do that like that. And now we're going to take this whole thing and move it sideways like that. Okay, so this is how we're going to put them together. He's going to do the split. So to do the leg, you take this piece and you fold it out. All right, pull the foot up, rotate it around. And what you want to do now is you want to rotate this now 90 degrees. So you're going to lock this tab into that slot on the foot. So you're going to, it might be a little tricky. Let's see. Yeah, just be careful. You don't want to break anything. because that's how I broke mine. Let's how, and then once that locks in, if you ever get that locked in, okay, you're going to take this. Oh. All right, so this one goes like that. So you want to do is you slide this in, and as you're sliding this, close that cover, okay? And this you're going to turn sideways. Now, you've got these two slots right there and there, and they're going to slide into the back of the helicopter like that. Okay? And we're just going to, let's leave all this stuff here for now. All right, so let's get this. You want to get this as flat as you can. Move this out of the way so we can see it. There. Now, see how flat that is? Nice and even. That's the way it should be. Okay, and this we're going to move later. Okay, so now the front. Again, you take this flip that over, pull the leg out, rotate it around, okay? And then what you want to do is rotate this like that. All right, so what you're going to do is, whoops, again, you got this tab, and you want to get the foot on there. So how do I do this? Like that. Oh, okay. This one, it's the opposite. You've got a negative hole right there. So yeah. So that is perfect like that. And then you can turn that sideways. All right, and then do the same. Flip this out. As you rotate that in, you're going to rotate this and hopefully close it up. Now, this is the final piece. Okay, clean everything together. You've got this tab right here. Okay, you're going to put that right here. Okay, so that's going to slide in there. And then you're going to have this tab here slide into here. So we're going to slide this in first. And then I'm going to slide this bad boy in there. All right. And that's in nice and tight. And now the other side. So we're going to, that's why these have to be snapped in. For some reason, this one leg is not snapping in. Like that. All right, and then you want to flip this over. So the arms go here, and then it goes in here, and then you put that down. You can extend the helicopter blades, and now you've got the helicopter all done. And then you can take these guys and pop them underneath here. Let's see. I guess either way, but we'll just do it now so you don't see the hollowness right there and right there. And then you got these two guys. These two guys. You can also put like that. Like that. And there is Spinister. But I'm going to do, where else can I put this? Can you put these here? Yes. I can put this here. I can put this here. Now that looks like a better helicopter to me. So there's a helicopter mode. So you got the fake cockpit in the back. You got the real one up front. You got the landing gear. I mean, quite an interesting transformation. Let's see how these show up on the video. Quite an interesting transformation. It's the feat. You got to get them all right or else they won't work. All right, now let's bring back Topspin and do some other comparisons. And so we're bringing these guys together. So we'll do a little comparisons between these two guys. Okay, so there is, let's see, one's a plane and one is a helicopter. So as you could probably guess, Spinister is a little longer. There is the front view of them, and then the side view and the back view. So they're pretty cool. And nope, I don't see anything for. They're probably blast effect compatible. All these little joints are blast effect compatible. I just don't have any blast effects on me right now. But yeah, these are all blast effect compatible. These might not be. But anyway, so, all right, we got Spinister and Topspin. So first we're gonna bring in our Commander class Optimus. We'll just do this. Commander class Optimus to Topspin. There is these two guys line up. And then we'll do Commander class to Spinister. And then we'll put Optimus in between these guys. So that's the Commander class. Here's that little deluxe class, Legacy G1 Universe Optimus. He's a tiny little guy. As you can see, the sizes from all three, like that. He's a little guy. And then now we're going to bring out our jets. So we got some air vehicles again. We got Topspin, Power the Prime, Slingshot, and Spinister. Now with these two guys, let's see, they're both deluxes, so they're about the same length-wise. And width-wise, these guys are about the same. So completely different transformations. Bring an air raid. So that's kind of like an Earth jet to Cybertronian jet. Here we got Topspin. And if we want to put Spinister in there, we can have these guys compare. And of course, obviously, he's a helicopter. Just because he's got the rotor in the back, he's going to be longer. And that is these guys. So they're deluxes, you know, they're old size deluxes, which over the years they've gotten smaller and more complicated. Nowadays you can't even tell by size what a Voyager is, what a deluxe is, because they go by parts count and complexity. All right, now what I always do is I always transform my figures back. Reviewers that don't show you both ways do you a big disservice. All right, so I think we're gonna go to Topspin first. Now it's always easier going back from robot mode for so remove the weapons. A lot of reviewers start in vehicle mode no matter how he's packaged. I like to do as they're packaged, because once you get them out of the package, then you're like, oh crap, what do I do? All right, so close landing gear up. First thing we're gonna do is pull out the arms. So the arms tab in right there to there. See right in that little gray slot. So we're gonna fold out the arms. All right, we're gonna lift this up, flip this over, and then close that. All right, so now let's do the feet. So we're just gonna pull the legs apart and we're gonna split these a little. Remember that joint right there? We're just gonna bring the leg down. Once you get to this part, you've got to push the foot down before you close that up, and that's one leg. Again, you got that little joint. You're going to push this down. Push the foot forward. Yeah, they got the knees up, so you can pull the knees forward, lock the feet in, and that's what you got so far. So we're going to crack them again. We're just going to twist it right here. Spin the whole thing around. Oh, here's the front. So we're going to spin around like this. Everything spins around on this guy, which is pretty cool. All right. So now we got the chest. We got them looking pretty good. We got the back done. Now, remember, you open this little arm, pull out the arm. Reminds me of the old Seekers. All right, the Siege or Earthrise Seekers. There's the arm, extend it, pull the fist out, close that up again. Keep the knees down. Straighten the arms out, and these little ball joints, you know, you can move these back and forth as you wish. Take out freeze out, and put his arms to the side, transform into the head. Now, sometimes the head works forward, sometimes it works better backwards. Depends on your copy, I guess. There. And now, Topspin is back to his normal robot self. All right, we'll put that over there. So, take off the target masters, take off these. All right, we're just gonna fold those up like that for right now. So, you want to unpeg them here, like that, and unpeg them here. So, remember, that pegs in there, and yeah, and you got this other peg. So we're going to undo that foot, and then we're going to undo the other one. Just going to get the arms out of the way. So now you can bring this down, but you got to open this up, right? And then you can bring the leg down, and you close this. Let's see if we can get this right. So there's the foot. You want to rotate the foot like that. I believe you rotate this out. No, this foot's no, this foot is backwards. All right, so that's how you do it. That's how the foot is the right way. All right, let's do it on this one now. Push this in, open this up. Whoops, friction hinge. Again, so pull the leg out. Okay, close this in, unsnap this. See, it unsnaps like this, and rotate it around like that. Okay, now you want to keep these for the front. Turn that to the front, turn that to the front, rotate them this way. Swing them up at that point. All right, and then pull this back and do the opposite. So he's gonna jiggle this in like that. Okay, and then you can I don't know if this snaps in. Oh, this little tab right here. Oh, sorry. This little tab will go right there, and that locks that in. All right. Whoops. Sorry. I hope I didn't got most of it. The camera was facing down. Pull that here. Sometimes when you look to the camera, and then when you're actually looking through at the character, there. And then I'm going to start putting these on the shoulders, kind of like Ultra Magnus. Whoops. Now these go both ways, so here we go. And then you got cinch, which we're going to put on this hand. And you got hair splitter, which is going to go on this hand. All right, and there you have both. Oops, so we'll just put this up like that. And that actually stays pretty good. And there you have the Wreck and Doom collection of Topspin and Spinister. So all in all, pretty cool set. Let's get my box back. Here's my box. So you got Spinister versus Topspin, a wrecker versus whatever the Decepticon wreckers were called. It's a nice little set. It was actually due in July 24th was the original date, and then it was June 24th, and then June 18th, and then it got delivered June 2nd, or just last night, June 2nd. All right, thank you for watching this video all the way through. I know it's a big one, but we've had 2 bots to do. I apologize for not having the originals. Like I said, I had lost the house during Hurricane Elaine. And if you want to help me out, there is a thanks button right next to the share. And if you click on that and maybe contribute $2, it really helps me a lot. Right now, I've got apartment and my house. I'm trying to live in 2 places at once. Not good when you have 2 bills, 2 rents, 2 waters, 2 everything. Subscribe to my video. You can also help me by just giving me view time hours. Subscribe, share my videos, and all right. The Wreck and Doom collection's over, so I'll see you later. Rodimusbill out.